guys, today I'm making a video on how to build and understand drift cars on here. I'm not trying to build the best drift cars on the freaking list. I'm not trying to build the fastest drift cars on the list. If that's what you want to do, you know, this will help you get there. But I'm not going to be able to show you how to, like, you know, top the charts. I might be able to show you how to beat your friends, though. I could definitely show you how to do that. So yeah, we're just really trying to just understand what's going on with these parts, what's going on whenever you're building this, what you kind of want to keep in mind, theoretically, pretty much, like how to do this. Okay, so let's just jump right into this. I'm going to use the 1997 RX-7, just not the Spirit R version though, mainly just because it won't have the proper stance, like the stance options. I've always favored the RX-7 for my builds though, just because it has a low center of gravity, 50-50 weight distribution. We'll probably change that a little bit. And then the rotary engine always sounds amazing. At the end of the day though, this is Forza and we can make anything drift, so just have fun with it. Just pick whatever you want. And yeah. Next thing we'll be talking about is stance. Stance is vital in drifting, and understanding stance is just as vital.
What are you doing?
I'm mugging you!
With that stance?
What? What are you talking about? Just give me your money, old man!
With a poor stance, you are unbalanced and you can be easily knocked over.
A proper stance could be the difference between holding a deep drift or losing it. Think of it like a sumo wrestler. The deeper and wider his stance is, the harder he is to knock over. So you want your car to be as low and wide as possible. Kind of like a hand sprawled out. So I'm going to choose the Rocket Bunny kit and drift springs. This allows the RX-7 to be as sprawled out as possible, and by giving your wheels more angle to point the right way, it'll allow you to get into a lot deeper drifts and control it. Next thing I'm going to get into is okay, so the amount of power is really decided by what kind of drifting you want to do. If you like drifting the long, wide turns, then you're going to need loads of power. If you're more into the short and sharp drifts, then you can get away with using much less than that. With this car, I just wanted an in-between, something I could take between both if needed. I'm going to be sticking with the rotary engine for a couple of reasons. Its power band is pretty consistent, and I also typically use this, so I'm pretty used to it. One thing we must consider is the transmission. If the trans can't translate the power from the engine down to the wheels properly, you'll stall your drifts or never find them in general. I'll be picking the drift transmission for this, but that trans isn't always best. It can wind up in RPMs too fast and redline before you can initiate your drift. That can be solved in tuning, but I like to avoid tuning as much as possible to keep it nice and simple. Not to say I don't tune at all, which we'll talk about next. Okay guys, last but definitely not least, we got grip and tuning. Grip and tuning is actually going to be pretty simple. With grip, we handled well over half of that back in stance, but the final touches I wanted to add is whenever selecting the tire compound, keep power in mind. If you're on the lower end, keep it stock. You're going to want much less traction in the back and plenty in the front to keep you pointed in the direction you want to be. For this build, I keep the tire compound stock and increase the tire width in the front, leaving the rears completely stock. If you find you can't hold your drift and keep spinning out, that's way too much oversteer. You're going to want more grip in the rear, so either fatten the tires or change compounds. If you find your tires won't kick out and it's a bit of a struggle just to initiate any drifts, that's understeer and you're going to want less grip. I also recommend adding the anti-roll bars and at least a little bit of the roll cage. This stiffens the chassis and provides a more rigid frame, helping with grip in the corners. Now for tuning. There's actually a couple of parts that do the tuning for you, luckily. The drift springs, they add camber for you perfectly in my experience. The camber is needed to keep maximum grip in the front end. The drift differential automatically adjusts to act as an LSD, which is helpful to snap your rear end loose without the e-brake. The drift transmission kinda does its own tuning. If you find yourself changing gears too much in the corners or finding your gears aren't winding up fast enough, it may need to be tweaked. For this video, I'll be leaving the trans as is, but I will be stiffening the rear tires a fair bit to provide less traction in the rear. Simply put, softer tires equal more grip, harder tires equal less grip. I'll also be completely stiffening the springs to allow for more oversteer. A stiffer spring makes it to where less of your weight transfer between drifts gets absorbed, so it'll be easy to go from one drift to the next, and keeping that momentum is vital. So just adjust the springs as needed. And now with all that wrapped up, I think we should go drift this little fucker.
Nate Goyard.
Stay with me, little bitch, yeah, you know that I'm your man. You be capping like a snitch, no thoughts, no stamps. New hoes, 10 toes, new guac, new bands, new wig, new chips, new kicks. Jackie Chan, as she bad, bad bitch, no bag. I just need another lick and she be counting on my rest. And I be feeling hella rich, no grind, 100 stack. About to make another hit, God bitch, in my life. Stay with me, little bitch, yeah, you know that I'm your man. You be capping like a snitch, no thoughts, no stamps. New hoes, 10 toes, new guac, new bands, new wig, new chips, new kicks. Jackie Chan, as she bad, bad bitch, no bag. I just need another lick and she be counting on my rest. And I be feeling hella rich, no grind, 100 stack. About to make another hit, God bitch, in my life. If she fucking with me, then you know that I cut it down. I be feeling like a Uzi, got my mind up on the check. Full loose, getting groovy with your hoe, she let me back. I ain't talking ass cash, but that bitch she be my head. And I posted out with twin gloss and phone bitches, no face. All they want is squad, I burn bridges, I be getting to the bag. You still cleaning dirty dishes, doing mob says, shut your spot with no limits. Stay with me, little bitch, yeah, you know that I'm your man. You be capping like a snitch, no thoughts, won't stand. Two hoes, 10 toes, new guac, cutting bands, new whip, new chips, new kicks. Jackie Chan, as she bad, bad bitch, throw back. I just hit another lick and she be counting on my rest. And I be feeling hella rich, no grind, 100 stack. About to make another hit, God bitch, on my life. Stay with me, little bitch, yeah, you know that I'm your man. You be capping like a snitch, no thoughts, won't stand. Two hoes, 10 toes, new guac, cutting bands, new whip, new chips, new kicks. Jackie Chan, as she bad, bad bitch, no bag. I just hit another lick and she be counting on my rest. And I be feeling hella rich, no grind, 100 stack. About to make another hit, God bitch, in my life.
Well, now you know how I build drift cars. Hopefully this has helped you build something that you could be proud of. The next video will be my ways of teaching people how to start drifting. Nothing fancy, just a little bit of this and that. Remember to like, sub, and insult. Deuces.